is it not doing the record?
I noticed on Friday you didn't do Clubhouse. Are you going to do all of them today?
Okay, why is this not? All right, it's not. I'm clicking go record and start recording.
But will you get Clubhouse too? You know how you did?
Yes, I have it up. Good job.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Good. For some reason, it's not starting the recording, even though I'm pressing record.
Are you talking about on StreamYard? Because I can do that one.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Recording in progress.
There we go. I just made you host. All right. Welcome to another episode.
Hang on, StreamYard hasn't started.
Welcome to another episode of Joe's Diet. The show is a part of the Build of Ability Podcast Network. And we are talking about Jennifer A. Whitaker and her diet free for allergens. But encourage everybody to check out all of our social media pages and YouTube channels. It's fun. To Marcus, Jay, and Zach for having us on their platform. And I'm going to pass it over to Jen to get us started.
And we also give thanks to Jay and Zach Clayton for putting us on their platforms as well. And am I leaving out anybody, Emily? And anybody else who puts us on their platform, we give thanks to you. I'm sorry if we're leaving your names off. However, welcome everybody to Jaws Coffee Chat podcast with a specific show called Jaws Diet. Jaws Diet is a healthy eating diet that I personally found developed through my knowledge of nutrient, even though I am not a nutritionist and I do not have any professional training in that. I just simply studied 4 chemistries in high school, and one of them was about the different nutrients and the chemistry side of why our bodies need these certain nutrients. So that's the closest I have to being a nutritionist. Otherwise, through my personal experience and how doctors have always found my levels to be excellent. And I actually have low levels for sugar and sodium. So I have great amounts in my diet of all the nutrients, but I personally have to add salt and carbohydrates to my diet, which is not what I share with you. I do have that in my personal case because I actually eat so healthy. As a lot of my friends say, I like the bad stuff only to prove that it's not all the way bad and our bodies do need it. In the last so many weeks, I know we've missed a bunch of weeks and we apologize everybody, but I'm sure you can see here that I've had surgery. So I've been out of work. Our only podcast, we do not have somebody else to run. But anyways, I have found being gone, some additional options to give to you. In addition to, I want to update you. Some of y'all may know that we had Zoa's energy drinks on one of our last 3 to 5 episodes of Jaws Diet. However, I want to show you here. Oh, I gotta change my settings. I want to show you here that Zoa, I might remember, was in a black can. Now it's written different, and it's whatever color that matches the flavor, because this one is orange or tangerine or something like that. Yeah, wild orange, that's it. So wild orange flavor, and they have an orange and white design. Whereas their blueberry flavor has some kind of blue that looks like blueberry, and then white design. And so this is the same Zoa I told you about that's got 5% sodium and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different nutrients that are listed on here, as well as stevia and so forth. So I had told y'all about this one, and it's also free of our allergens, free of gluten, soy, milk, and egg. However, that's not what today's show is about, even though I did want to update you that it does have a new design, but it's the same Zoa that I told you about. Now, on to today's product. What I have for breakfast that helps me with my irritable bowel syndrome, mine is the con type. So for those of you who are not familiar with it, that's a digestive condition where I'm everyday constipated unless the condition is made. Which personally, I do take medication and I do take supplements. That's how I'm able to be regular, nice way to put it. But also, if I personally eat allergens, I get stuffed up. That's just my personal struggle as to what some people say my allergens are not really allergies, but they're intolerance or sensitivities. Now, that's not to say that my milk allergy is lactose intolerant, because I'm sensitive to the protein in milk, not lactose, right there. And that's why I have to avoid milk altogether, at least cow milk or dairy, as we say. But because of how hard it is between medications, and I have to also have a high fiber diet in order to be regular, one of my favorite bars that's great for working out, because it has 20 grams of protein in one bar, plus 57% of the daily fiber in one bar. And it has 10% sodium, so that's great for my low sodium condition. But it's also, for all of us, it's got only 1 gram of sugar. Alcohol, and it's got 2 other nutrients below the protein is on the bottom section. Anyways, and it's got good fat, but not bad fat. So it's only 190 calories per bar. This is also free of all of our allergens, like you see here. Oops, I just put it upside down. So it's vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, keto diet friendly. This one is free of all of our allergens: gluten, soy, milk, and egg. but it's also nutritious. And personally, it's my favorite type of snack bar, or just maybe after a workout or just for breakfast to start my day. Various reasons and times of the day that I will drink. I mean, not drink, but I will eat this particular one. But anyways, it's called a no cow bar. You see here a, I mean, not a, I brought with me to show you butter and chocolate chip flavor. And then the one that I ate for breakfast before we got started is cookies and cream flavor. You'll see how it looks like Oreos. So it's more of a Oreo flavor, in my opinion, between looking at the picture and what I actually tasted. Both of these are favorites, but I know at least B, for those of y'all that live in Texas, I know in the Houston area where I go, has about 7 different no cow bars, but there may be others, more flavors than I know about. How it is available, and I know there's cookies and cream. We know about that. That's one I showed you. Chocolate chip cookie dough, and there's a Reese's flavor. They don't claim it to be Reese's, but it's chocolate with, or peanut butter with chocolate on the outside flavor. And there's a birthday cake flavor. Anyways, there's a lot of different flavors. So it depends on what your taste and what's friendly to your taste buds. These all basically have around the same nutrients as far as high fiber, high protein, some sodium without necessarily being high in sodium, but and those other nutrients that are below the protein. So they're pretty consistent with nutrients and the health. It's just the flavor is kind of catered to different people with different tastes. I have not found any of the flavors to be disgusting or gross or even hard to eat. That's part of my favorite flavors of a lot of things. For example, I'm not much onto birthday cake flavor, but also I don't like birthday cakes that are the birthday cake flavor. So that follows my general taste pattern. But on the other hand, even though I can't have Reese's cups, there's a forget what it's called, but there's something that's like basically a Reese's cups that's allergen free that I'll probably tell you about in one of our episodes. I just gotta buy some of them first so I can show you. However, it to me is of that kind of flavor, and it's again one of my favorites because it follows one of my favorite desserts as far as a flavor. While that specific flavor of the no cow bar is delicious, unlike eating the actual candy where it's getting sugar and fat and maybe cholesterol and who knows what else. It's all the bad stuff. Even though I have to admit, I do occasionally eat small desserts, and I'm talking about one of these keto cups. They have something of that nature that's basically the Reese's that's made out. But when I eat those, I eat just one cup. I don't eat multiple ones at a time. So when I say I have desserts, I'm not talking about anything close to the size of a serving that the typical people have, or they indulge in it. Even when I eat certain types of ice cream that I may tell you about soon too, that are also free of all 4 allergens. I get what's a literal serving, which with the containers that are about this big in serving, as far as what you buy at the grocery store. I think it's 1/4 or 1/3 of that is one serving. Get that 1/3 or 1, and that's all I eat at that specific dessert serving. Some people would get those containers about this big and indulge in the whole container. I'm not one of those. I'm very, very cautious, even though I admit that I do eat sweet. It's not anything like the typical people that indulge in it and say they don't eat much of their main meal. I eat about 5 to 6 times a day, which are basically my 3 meals: a brunch snack, afternoon snack, and late night snack, in addition to the 3 meals. Because not every day I feel hungry enough to eat my late night snack. Sometimes I'm so tired that I'm not even late at that time that I usually would be eating it. So obviously I'm not going to wake up and eat it if I'm already asleep and having good rest and so forth. And what would wake me up if, I don't have an alarm set intending for that to happen, which personally, that's not my pattern. If I'm already asleep, it means I need sleep, and so I'm going to keep sleeping. Emily, do you have any questions or ideas to add from our past ones we've talked about? Are you with me, Emily? Emily?
Not sure I have any questions at the moment.
What'd you say?
I have any questions at the moment.
Do you have any comments based on what I talked about?
I think it's all really interesting. Not sure I've heard or seen in those bars before, but anyway.
If you had a good time, can you share your screen and maybe go to look up No Cows in their website like you did last time? And maybe show our listeners the different flavors and so forth, because I only shared with them what are the flavors I know at my local grocery store, but different places, especially in California, probably have more options than we do.
All right, hold on.
Sure.
All right.
Something else, or are you getting ready?
No, I'm trying to get back to the right screen.
Okay.
But if there's anything else you want to talk about,
impatient. What'd you say?
if there's anything else you can talk about while I'm figuring this out.
Sure. Everybody, thank you for being patient. What's going on is that Emily's preparing to share her screen on at least the video, where we're going to show you places you can get no cow bar. The plan is that once she finds it, we'll go to the website of the company that makes no cow bars. And that way, at least if you're viewing the video, you will see the various options of flavors and possibly other stuff that company makes that are also free of gluten, soy, milk, and egg. And this is good for anybody who has all four allergens like me, or possibly is vegan by choice or by religion, and also has to avoid gluten and soy. But it's also a great choice for the one allergen, like say, like somebody I know is allergic to gluten, so she hasn't had it in on a 5, 6, I don't know how many years, but she often ends up liking the stuff that I recommend, even though she doesn't have to avoid the other 3 allergens. So even if you only have one of the allergens that we talk about, and not necessarily all 4, these are still great things to try that have different nutrients, or just in some cases, just fit the craving while avoiding the allergens. Like when I will one day talk about certain ice cream I eat. Well, that's not healthy, but it'd be a great option to avoid your allergens, or just for those who are vegan that religiously avoid milk and egg and other animal products. It'd be a great way to still have ice cream as a dessert. But then again, it's not recommended as far as healthy eating. Besides, maybe like myself, once or twice a week, you have a dessert. But it's just literally one serving according to the container. It's not eating the entire container or anything of that nature. Here we go, everybody. It looks like Emily is starting to show her. And so you're about to start to see the where no cow bars are sold. That's the company that makes it, and possibly the other options as well. Ready for you.
So is this what we're talking about?
Right. You look up no cow bars and shown us the website of where it's like, remember how you did with the Zoa?
Yeah. What's the website?
Well, would you go to Google or something?
I did.
Because I don't know that. But like,
are you guys not seeing my screen?
we do see it, but it looks. I can't tell. That doesn't look like Google to me, but it's also small enough I can't read it. I trust your opinion. So are you saying that writing I can't read does say no cow bars?
There. I think this is what we're talking about, right?
I can't read your writing.
Oh, I don't know if I can get any further than this at the moment.
That's okay, but as long as it says no, like NO space cow, COW space bars, BARS, and then
It has the no cow, but it doesn't have the actual word bar on it.
Well, if there are no cow bars, can you see what I'm holding? Where it's a literal bar, but it's just the brand is no cow. And what I
I went back to Hold on. Um, here. Do this.
Oh, yes. So, yes.
Um,
It looks like it's that first one, the No Cow Bars website. There we go. So, what is the URL to this website you found?
NOCOW.com.
Okay, nocow.com. Will you read to the listeners some of the flavors you're finding of these bars?
Birthday cake, raspberry truffle, chocolate peanut butter cup, lemon meringue pie, chocolate coconut almond, blueberry cobbler, and chocolate sprinkled donut. And chocolate chip cookie dough, cookies and cream, peanut butter chocolate chip, it looks like chunky peanut butter, key lime pie, sticky cinnamon roll, uh, salted caramel, mint cookie, frosted gingerbread cookie. Looks like they also have powder protein.
What kind of powder is it?
Protein.
Will you share click on that protein powder and show us the nutrients?
Looks like 20 grams of plant protein, 0 grams of sugar.
And what's that percentage of? It looks like fiber's a good percentage. How much is that?
Dietary fiber, 8 grams, 29%.
Okay. And then I think I see 7% sodium, which is good for those of us that work out. And it looks like there's 4 nutrients below protein that it has in it. Is there a picture on there to check to make sure that it's still free of the 4 allergens, the powder?
It says dairy free there.
Oh, yes.
There's the
There it
ingredients.
is, because reading it, I can already tell you it's free of gluten, soy, milk, and egg. But this one is sweetened with stevia, or erythritol, and monk fruit.
Okay, cocoa powder.
Yeah, I think that's flavoring versus sweetening. That is, yeah, that it does have like basically a chocolate flavor to it. And it's vegan, so it looks like pea protein was the source of protein in this. For those of y'all that are vegan. So that one is considered chocolate protein powder. Now will you check out the other flavor and tell us what it is of this same powder stuff?
It's the same thing, but it's vanilla.
Vanilla, okay. So you have chocolate and vanilla flavor. And it looks like the vanilla only had 3 calories, but I don't recall what the chocolate had.
I think
And
it,
this
I
is
think
one
it
of
had
those
about
that
the.
you
I
mix.
think it had about the same.
They were about the same.
Yeah.
And this is one of those listeners that you would mix in, say, a coffee or maybe a cold glass of milk or something else that you like that's a drink, that the container will tell you whether you put it in an 8-ounce glass or whatever size, but it's one that you mix in some kind of drink to make, like, say, a shake, or like if you get the chocolate flavor and you mix in coffee to make a mocha that's nutritional. But there is still a powder used to make some kind of drink by mixing it in some kind of liquid that you wouldn't mind having the chocolate or vanilla flavor. Would you go and see if there's any other products they have? Oh, I see. Have right here on their website. It says $20 on Amazon. 20% off on Amazon. So these are also available there. iHerb, is that Vitacost, Kroger, and Walmart.com. And what are those cookies or something? Those bottom 3 pictures?
There's cookies that you can use.
Do they look like they're already made, or like it's a dough?
No, because here's the ingredients, and then here's what you the instructions for it.
Okay, so they're probably like some kind of base for a baking them, right?
I'm not sure about that because it has Millie's cookie mix, peanut butter, vegan butter, flax meal, and water. Those are the ingredients. And it looks
Okay,
like.
what do the instructions say?
And then it looks like preheat oven to 350. Combine flax meal and water. Let sit for 5 minutes. Then add the cookie mix, butter, peanut butter, flax milk. Take it into a bowl. Mix it until thoroughly combined. Roll dough into balls and place on cooking tray. Bake for 10 to 15 minutes. So
it's probably a base, like, you know how we get like, let's say muffin mix, and then we make muffins using that powder. So those are what does it say that those are? Is cookie dough, I guess.
So the peanut butter protein cookies.
Interesting. It doesn't clarify if it's the dough versus a base or anything.
Well, it has the Millie's cookie mix. So I think that's what you're talking about, or the muffin mix. It's the Millie's cookie mix, and then you just add peanut butter, vegan butter, flax milk, and water to that.
And yes, it is a base, like the muffin powder that you use to bake muffins. This is the peanut butter, I think, cookie base to follow the instructions to make cookies at home that are free of gluten, soy, milk, and egg.
Because it says here for the ingredients, they use Millie's cookie mix, and then they use the rainbow chip, but any mix.
Okay, can we go see what other flavors they have? Or maybe other instructions or something?
That's a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that's all their products in?
Looks like it, or at least straight here.
So there's more information, but we've now completed all of their products list. So will you read us the website again so our listeners can know where to go for interest information?
It's nocow.com.
Okay, nocow.com.
Oh, it looks like then they also have maple and pumpkin pie protein bars too.
Ooh, does it say that's seasonal or anything above it?
Yeah, it looks like it. At least the pumpkin
It
pie.
is seasonal?
At least the pumpkin pie one looks like it might be. Or that's the okay. Yeah. Yeah, seasonal.
So that one I would guess is probably around in the fall, whether it's sometime around Thanksgiving or Christmas season, or possibly both. The pumpkin pie, at least.
Looks like they're even like sold out.
Ooh, it must just then if it's sold out. Very popular already.
There. Anyway.
Okay, then. Do you want to move on to our next section?
Let me get. All right. Does anybody have any announcements?
How go first, Emily? Are there any announcements related to your other podcasts or any events with Happy Neighborhood Project or anything else you know of?
Everybody, we have several other shows. Everybody is welcome to join us on. I mean, at least for the Jaws, there's the mental health and Christ Talk and Follow Your Dreams, along with a new one I believe is starting this Friday. Another one. But then we have other shows as well. So connect with me if you are interested in finding out more information or being on one of those shows. Coming up on March 17th, which is in just like 2 weeks, is the Happy Neighborhood Project's event to celebrate the International Day of Happiness, which the official date of the International Day of Happiness is Monday, March 20th. But the Happy Neighborhood Project decided they wanted to celebrate the Friday before, which lands us on St. Patrick's Day. It's from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific, with speakers, prizes, giveaways, vendors, networking, speed networking. We are also looking to break the Guinness Book of World Records for the most people speed networking at one time. So just think if could be a part of breaking a world record if you joined us. Tickets are $40, so if you plan on attending, to encourage everybody to get their ticket ASAP. And you can go to happyneighborhoodproject.com/IDH for more information and to get your ticket. The other is March 18th and 19th. Is the Mutual Aid Solidarity Summit, Mutual Aid Networks Solidarity Summit. And more information will be coming out about that too. So stay tuned.
Do we know a website for that one?
MutualAidNetwork.org.
Okay, give me a sec. Is this it?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think
And,
that's all the announcements I have at the moment.
Or I was going to say, and I think maybe listeners would like to know about Linktree / all four abilities, because that your whole network is, right, of all the different podcasts and other things that is part of the World of Abilities network, right?
Yep.
Okay, so there you can find Jaw's Coffee Chat podcasts, featuring myself, Jennifer A. Whitaker, as host and author. And then you can also find Compassionate Citizen. That's one of the World of Abilities podcasts that they own, where you will also see Emily Gomer with me, but is owned by World of Ability. And then what are some of the others they will find there?
I think the biggest thing is that there's like World of Pets and Mission Update. But I think the biggest thing is that Just Coffee Chat of its own, or it's LINKTRDE.
So link tr.ee/what?
Just Coffee Chat.
Well, everybody, you get to see me get good news. Thanks to Emily. I'm pretty sure Emily's the one that created this, but now you have one place to find all of our shows for Jaws Coffee Chat.
Yeah, it's been there for a while. But Jen, you have an extra E in there though. R.ee.
I think it's supposed to be TR, right? I thought that's what I hit. I caught it just as you were pointing out to me as well.
And it kind of will be updated. I don't know if there's a bunch on it right now, but that's
Is this better?
Yes.
Okay.
So everybody can go to that for more information about Just Coffee Chat. Okay, Jeff, for some reason I'm not hearing you.
I was saying it's tell listeners link tr.ee/JAWS, that's JAWS Coffee Chat is where you can find all of our podcasts. And we also have our social medias or website or anything else. Emily?
Huh?
Does it have our social medias, website, or any other information besides our shows?
If it's up there now, I will.
Okay.
I'll make sure
And then,
things are
like,
up right now. Make sure they're up there today.
Okay, if you'll check that. And then, so listeners, if you don't find all of that information or the link as to how to schedule to be on our or the schedule to be on our podcast or so forth, then anything that I mentioned, Emily will be adding in the near future in the next 2 weeks, so that y'all can have a means to go to just one place to see all of our shows and the ways to join them or to like and follow them, or like our website where you can find all of them in one place, etc. And now to my announcements, which in addition to, we want to thank Emily for this good news and that she created this. Thank you, Emily. On behalf of myself and listeners, then I'd like to let everybody know that Aspire Women for Excellence now has their own website. They're no longer part of Meetup. And here I'm going to tell y'all again, because I know I was new to this on Friday, and I need to note down what's their actual domain. So I'm going to create y'all a sign here to see where this is. This will be Aspire Women for Excellence Women's Ministry, led by a female, where we basically have online females networking, having Bible study together, having planning and productivity events where we all get to make plans, activity related to each of our own jobs or businesses, etc. And their website is www.awe.wix, that's WIX, site, SITE.com. And that's for Aspire Women for Excellence Ministry, led by Lady Kendra. That's where you'll find me in my time when I'm worshiping the Lord. And I invite anybody else to also join me there. And then I'd also like to move to, many of you know that we're looking for different people to join our team between a virtual assistant that can work on a profit share percentage as their form of compensation, ongoing, as well as a social media candidate, or possibly someone who can also do public relations and other press releases, blog posts, and other writing in the marketing side, or even possibly do that and be an editor for my books. However else they can help out. But we're looking for all three of those positions. That's virtual assistant, social media candidate, and public relations professional that can each have a certain share profits as their compensation. And we all, as a team, to try to grow. There's no certain somebody that gets any more than the rest of us, but we all put forth our effort for the same goal. And anyways, that said, if you're interested in any of those positions, to schedule yourself for an interview, go to calendly.com/Jen's Books and More. That's CALENDLY.com/JENNS Books and More. And that's where you can get on the calendar to schedule with me, as well as possibly other people like Emily and Kurt on the team to be interviewed. If you want to join our show or be interviewed on here, whether you are a nutritionist and want to be part of our JAWS diet, or you're in another field related to JAWS mental health awareness or JAWS Christ talk, etc. In our two new ones that are on Fridays, one's called at 2:45 or 3 o'clock on Fridays, every other Friday. That includes March 3rd, and then every 2 weeks from there. That's one with Sandy Buller, who's a musician as well as a comedian and a few other things in entertainment. And his is Follow Your Dreams. That's at 3 p.m. Central every other Friday. And then at 5 p.m. Central, those same Fridays, we have a new show starting on March 3rd called JAWS Bible Children's Author. And that's about an author that has characters known as Emily and Poppy. And she's relatively young and new to writing, but she's joining my team so we can work together on getting her books out there and spreading word, and hoping that different listeners like you can help tell those who may have children who would be great people for children's books about her books and the famous characters of Emily and Poppy. That said, please check out at least listening to JAWS Bible Children's Author interviews and discussions about those characters starting on March 3rd at 5 p.m. Central, and every other Friday, same place, for the same show. And if you're curious about me, what all I do, my books, etc., you can check us out at JENNS and more.com. That's my website. And As always, we ask you to follow and subscribe to Jaws Coffee Chat on whatever podcast app where you found us, or on the social media where you found us. Thank you, everybody. Back to you, Emily.
And again, I'd like to encourage everybody to, as Jen said, to check us out on all of our social media. Like, share, subscribe, it's on. Comment. And again, we'd like to give special thanks to Marcus Hart of Transforming Media, Jay Stoyan of the Disability Channel, and Zach Clayton of the PEC Channel for allowing us to have this on their platform. We are here every Monday at 9 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern, for questions, comments, to be on the show, and so on. To please connect with us at jawscoffeechat@gmail.com. So jawscoffeechat@gmail.com. And so on behalf of myself, John, Kurt, and the rest of the World Visibility Podcast Network, we wish you a safe and productive week and to stay happy.
Recording stopped.